Good morning everyone. Today we are going to see atomic absorption spectroscopy called AAS. I am Dr. A.S. Vijay Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, JJ College of Arts and Science, Pudukkottai. Commonly, atomic absorption spectroscopy detects metals and metalloids in samples. It can analyze over 62 elements, also measure the concentration of metals in the sample. It was built by CSIRO scientist Alan Walsh in 1954. Elements detected by AAS are highlighted by pink color in this periodic table. Principles of AAS. The technique uses basically the principle that free atoms generated in an atomizer can absorb radiation at a specific frequency. Atomic absorption spectroscopy quantifies the absorption of ground state atoms in the gaseous state. The atoms absorb ultraviolet or visible light and make transition to higher electronic energy levels. The analyte concentration is determined from the amount of absorption. Concentration and measurements are usually determined from a working curve after calibrating the instrument with the standard of known concentration. This is the atomic absorption spectroscopy's instrument picture. This picture shows the schematic diagram of AAS. First one is halo cathode lamp present, and after halo cathode lamp flame is present. Under the flame the nebulizer unit are present. Test solutions are loaded from the nebulizer only. After flame monochromator are present. After that detector and data processor. Light source. Halo cathode lamp are the most common radiation source in AAS. It contains a tungsten anode and a halo cylindrical cathode made of the element to be determined. These are sealed in a glass tube filled with an inert gas like neon or argon. Each element has its own unique lamp which must be used for that analysis. This picture shows the halo cathode lamp. Halo cathode lamp contains quartz window, Pyrex body, after that anode and cathode. The nebulizer. Nebulizer can suck liquid samples at controlled rate, create a fine aerosol spray for introduction into flame, mix the aerosol and fuel and oxidant thoroughly for introduction into flame. After nebulizer, atomizer was present. Element to be analyzed needs to be in atomic state. Atomization is separation of particles into individual molecules and breaking molecules into atoms. This is done by exposing the analyte to high temperature in a flame or graphite furnace. Atomizer are two types. One is flame atomizer and another one is graphite tube atomizers. Flame atomizers mean to create flame we need to mix an oxidant gas and a fuel gas. In most of the gas cases, air, acetylene flame or nitrous oxide acetylene flame is used. Liquid or dissolved samples are typically used with the flame atomizer. This is the flame atomizer picture. Then next one is graphite tube atomizer. Uses a graphite coated furnace to vaporize the sample. Samples are deposited in a small graphite coated tube which can then be heated to vaporize and atomize the analyte. The graphite tubes are heated using a high current power supply. After that, monochromator. This is a very important part in the atomic absorption spectrometer. It is used to separate out all of the thousands of lines. A monochromator is used to select the specific wavelength of light which is observed by sample and to exclude other wavelengths. The selection of the specific light allows the determinant of the selected elements in the presence of others. Detector. Calibration detector. The light selected by the monochromator is detected onto a detector that is typically a photomultiplier tube whose function is to convert the light signal into an electrical signal proportional to the light intensity. Processing of electrical signal is fulfilled by a signal amplifier. The signal could be displayed for readout or further fed into a data station for printout by the requested format. After detector, calibration A calibration curve is used to determine the unknown concentration of an element in a solution. The instrument is calibrated using several solutions of known concentrations. The observations of each known solution is measured, and then a calibration curve of concentration versus absorption is plotted. The sample solution is fed into the instrument, and the absorbance of the element in this solution is measured. The unknown concentration of the element is then calculated from the calibration curve. Applications of AAS: it uses in the determination of even small amount of metals like lead, mercury, calcium, magnesium, etc. And in the environmental studies also, AAS can use using like drinking water, ocean water, soil. In food industry and pharmaceutical industry also can use the AAS. Thank you.